I built a MidJourney clone using N8N AI agent that runs in my Discord server and is completely free. It took me less than an hour to set up. If you're a content creator, coach, or a business owner and struggle to find creative images for your social channels like LinkedIn, Instagram, or X, then this N8N AI agent workflow will save you 8 to 10 hours every week. And on top of it, you can create unlimited AI images to explore your creativity. But only if you do it exactly how I did it. I'm an all-stack developer with 15 years of experience and work with technologies like Ruby on Rails, Java, Node.js, and AWS. And even co-founded a UK-based startup as a CTO. But there is an elephant I could not ignore: AI. And I have completely pivoted my career into it. I'm doing it in public, building, experimenting, and sharing everything along the way. If you want to stay ahead and learn to build some AI workflows that can save you time, scale your businesses effortlessly, then let's dive in. Before getting into N8N, let's spend a minute or two to understand what we are going to build. We will start with an AI model that is Google Gemini with image generation capabilities. We will send a text prompt to Google Gemini, and then Google Gemini will give us an image, but it will give the image in a base 64 format, which is a string data. We cannot see the image in string. So to be able to see the image, we need to convert this base 64 data into binary file data. So we will write a file inside our N8N using this base 64 data. And then that file along with the text prompt as a caption for the image will be sent over to a Discord server in a form of a message. I will start building this workflow, which will be triggered with an N8N chat node. But later in the video, I will show you how we can use the webhook feature of Discord to send this text prompt directly from inside a Discord channel to our Google Gemini model. And then we will receive the image directly into our Discord channel. So I hope you understood how we are going to build this. Let's into N8N. The most important node that is going to be in this N8N workflow is Google Gemini node. And in particular, we want its image generation capabilities so that we can send it a text prompt and get an image generated. However, the Google Gemini node that comes with N8N at the time of the recording of the video was not supported with image generation capabilities. For that, I have customized the Google Gemini node in N8N to support the image generation capability. If you'll search for Google Gemini in your N8N instance, you will get Google Gemini chat model. However, I have named my Google Gemini node as Google Gemini chat model dev. It is because I have added an additional parameter, which is response modalities. Only when we pass this parameter along with the required is we are able to get an image generated from Google Gemini. Otherwise, it gives us a text response. So to help you build the same workflow that I am building, I'm sharing an invite link to my N8N instance. If you go to this URL, n8n.d-saas.com/form/invite, then you will see this form, inside which if you enter your email, you will receive an invitation link, and that link will take you to a sign up page through which you can sign up to my N8N instance and use it for free to practice building your own workflows and follow along building this walkthrough with me. Basic LLM chain. We'll leave all the settings as default. This basic LLM chain will be powered by Google Gemini model. First thing you need to do is add your credentials. I have shown how to add Google Gemini credentials in my earlier video. Next thing is to select the model, and for that I am going to select Gemini 2.0 Flash Image Generation Experimental. And I'm going to set this parameter response modalities with two text, image. Our Google Gemini chat model node is set up. The next thing I would like to do is to test this Google Gemini node. I'll click on Open Chat. I'm entering a prompt. If you see the response I have received from Google Gemini chat model, it has this image data in base 64 format. The next thing we need to do is extract out this base64 data. For that, we are going to use a set node. I'm going to add a new field to my set node and I'll call it data. And this data node will contain the data from my Google Gemini chat model. Click test step. So I've extracted out the data from Google Gemini chat response to a completely new object with just data. As mentioned in my walkthrough, we need to convert this base64 into a file. So I'm going to add a convert to file node. And here I will select move base64 string to file. For the base64 input field, I will enter data and test step. After this node is done executing, we can see the output of Google Gemini in the form of an image. To do that, click on view. I had sent a text prompt to Google Gemini model for an image of an ice cream truck. And this is what Google Gemini model has returned as an image. So as we can see, the response from Google Gemini model, which was in this string format, has been converted to an image of an ice cream truck. The next node in this workflow that we need to add is the Discord node. In Discord, we are going to add send a message. Before we go any further into it, in order for you to follow this walkthrough, you need to have a Discord server set up. I cannot go into the details of setting up your own Discord server in this video. However, I will show you how you can create a bot and install it on your server. Because for setting up this Discord node, we need a bot token. And I'll show you how you can get it. For that, you need to visit discord.com/developers. You may need to sign up as a new developer account. Then you need to click on new application, give it a name and click create. Your bot is created, but we are not done yet. We need this bot to be installed on your server. For that, go to installation. Here you can see the install link for your bot. But if you install this bot with this link, it will not be able to send any messages to your server. For that, we need to go to the guild install and add bot scope to it. And then we need to add few permissions. So select on the permissions drop down. These are the permissions you can add. And then click on save changes. And now if you copy this link by clicking on the copy, and in your new Chrome tab, visit this link and you will see this kind of a page where it will show you the name of your Discord bot. And then there will be two options, add to my apps, add to server. Click on add to server and here you'll get a drop down where you can select your Discord server. And as mentioned, it is required for you to have your own Discord server before continuing further in this walkthrough. However, it is very easy and it does not cost any money. So I recommend you, and also it is fun to have your own Discord server so you can share it with your friends. After selecting your server, click on continue and that's it. You'll have your bot added to your Discord server. To confirm that, you can visit the settings of your Discord server and click on integrations. Here under bots and apps, you will see your bot added. And that's it. Your Discord bot is added to your server. After adding the Discord bot to your server, using this install link, come to the bot section and click on the reset token. After you click on reset token, it will generate a new token for you. Copy that token. Come to your N8N workflow and click on create new credential for Discord bot API. And under the bot token, paste your token and click on save. You'll have your Discord bot connected with this N8N node. Resource and operation settings, we will leave as it is and come to server. Click on drop down, select your server. Now if you're not able to see your server, that means there is something wrong with the scope settings of your Discord bot. So make sure to select proper scopes and permissions for your Discord bot. Then select your channel. For the message, I want to use my entered prompt and come down to the file section and click on add files. Leave the input data field name as data and click on test step. And if everything works perfectly, that is your credentials are set up, in your Discord server, you will be able to see the image generated by Google Gemini. As you can see it in my Discord server. That means our Discord node is set up. So we'll close it. Now I'm pretty confident that my workflow is working. So I will save it. And I want to do a full run through again. To completely start from scratch, I can click on this delete icon and reset this chat here. I have set up my N8N workflow and my Discord chat window side by side. I'm going to give a new prompt to my Google Gemini model. I've entered the prompt, a Marvel superhero with powers holding a shield and carrying a hammer with green oversized body. Let's see what Google Gemini will generate. And if everything works perfectly, we can see the Google Gemini model chain running and finally receiving an image and the caption in our Discord server. So for the caption that I entered, this is the image generated by Google Gemini. It does look like it has powers. It is carrying a shield and a hammer but it is not in a green oversized body. Instead, it is wearing a oversized green coat, which is okay, I guess. Now you can see how we are able to use Google Gemini's image generation capabilities to generate an image using our text prompt and send it directly to our Discord server. Workflow a more mid-journey experience, where if I enter a text prompt and send it to my Discord server, to which my Discord bot responds with an image generated via Google Gemini, as you can see here. I had to make few changes in this workflow and as well as run a new bot server. I will explain the changes that I have made in my N8N instance, but I'll not be able to go in much details about my Discord bot server, as that can take a lot of time. So the first thing that I did was I removed the chat node, which was just before our LLM chain. Instead, I added a webhook trigger node. If I open the webhook trigger node, it has a test URL. So our Discord bot server need to send a webhook request to this node on this URL. From the data of the webhook node, I am extracting the text prompt and putting it inside a variable chat input using set node. Now, at this point, everything inside my LLM chain node remains as it is. There is one change I needed to do in my edit fields node, and that is to add another key here, caption, which is now taking the value from my first edit node. Then my convert file node was unchanged, but my Discord node, I had to change my message with the caption of my last edit field node. And that's it. With just this much of change, if I click on test workflow and launch my Discord and I send a text prompt on my Discord server, my N8N workflow is getting triggered, after which my Discord server is receiving an image and a caption with the prompt. And this image is generated by Google Gemini Flash 2.0 image generation experimental model. And with this, our entire workflow of building a N8N AI agent to generate AI art via our Discord server is complete. So now you have your own AI art generator running in your Discord server that is saving you a lot of time every week. But you can take it even further by using other image generation or even video generation services running on cloud for ultra realistic visuals and brand assets, all automated with this N8N AI agent workflow. If you are interested in learning how to take this to the next level, let me know in the comments. I am doing deep dive into advanced N8N AI agent workflows like this every week. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next powerful N8N AI agent workflow. As your next steps, visit the invitation page to get access to free N8N instance and watch this tutorial again to build it along with me. Also, connect with me on LinkedIn for behind the scenes experiments and strategies to turn N8N AI agent workflows into profitable systems. Tell me, what is the next N8N AI agent workflow you would like me to